Hi everyone, it's BDevine and welcome to Divine Miracles, and this is the guidance for the year 2018. I'm hoping that you will enjoy the messages that have come through, and I'm going to break down the different angels that we're going to be working with for the year, and also just say to yourself that you are accepting of the attunement that's coming through for you. There is a special attunement for 2018, and the different angels that I'm talking about today will be doing this for you, and all it takes is your acceptance. As we are sort of hurrying up to finish the year, we really want to make sure that we have let go of a lot of things that we don't want to bring into 2018. So I'll be talking to you a little bit about that. I'm not going to break down each month because I do that anyway in separate videos. If by chance you wanted to get a 6-month or a 12-month more in-depth reading for yourself, please by all means check out my website. I have some really amazing specials on at the moment, so get them before the new year, and then I'm changing all the readings. It'll be a whole different setup. But let's talk about the feelings that have come through, the information that has come through, and the different style I think that 2018 is going to bring in for all of us. I have taken a few notes. I don't want this video to be super long and boring for you, but I'm trying to cover as many things as I can, and of course, as I said, I will break down each month. In the new year, I will still be bringing you guys your tarot, weekly tarot, mini tarot forecasts as well, because you guys tend to like that. And hopefully I will work out on my computer how to go live on YouTube. But I do go live on Facebook as well. But I'm hoping in 2018 it all starts to flow that little bit easier for me and for all you guys as well. So let me just go through some of, I've got notes on a piece of paper. Normally I would write out this huge big thing, and I'm going to put that on my website for you. So I'm just going to break it down quickly in this video, and I will write it all up at my website. So check in the beginning of January so you can have a look at the written work. Okay, so it is in Chinese astrology. It is the dog year, the year of the dog, which is also the 11th animal in the zodiac, and this is an 11 year or a 2. Okay, so breaking down in numerology the 2 there, and we have these 4 different angels that are mainly working with us for 2018. Now, we always have our guardian angels. We don't have to worry about names. So let's just say these are the different energies that are working with us. And, I will name them just in case you want to look them up. But Archangel Sandalphon is one, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Jeremiel, and Archangel Shamuel. These are the 4 angels that have come forward as wanting to help for 2018. Because we're really in this do-it phase. We really are sick of all of the ups and downs that we had in 2017, and it just feels like 2017 was kind of stop-start, and that happens when there is a lot of healing that is taking place in our life, and different things get ripped apart in order for things to change and emerge within you. Maybe there is things that you've been holding on to, something happened, you are able to let your emotion out, and then this changes who you are. 2018, we don't want to be bringing into it anything that we don't want to have repeat, in our life. So 2017, as I said in the beginning of 2017, was all about finding yourself, was all about your journey and where you want to be. And we've had to go like up and down, up and down, up and down, sorting this out and sorting that out, and having losses as well. I had major losses in 2017 as well, and lost a lot of things in my life too, a lot of material things, and have been totally rebuilding since I came back from the UK. And so your last 2 videos that you saw of me in the last 2 years, it was a heavier energy because I was in the UK and I wasn't particularly happy there. And now in 2000 or going into 2018, I feel like I'm getting myself back, and I really want to be better than ever in 2018, and in every different way possible. Okay, so you will probably be feeling this real urgency that you have to get things right, and you don't have to get things perfect. You just got to have things right so they feel right in your heart. They feel right for you. And sometimes it doesn't always feel right for other people around you. This is message number 1. Not to be so comparative of other people, and not to worry so much about what other people are thinking, doing, what want you to do, wish that you would do. It has to be that you're taking the lead in your own life. And I know how difficult that is. And I know you're probably thinking, oh, how am I going to do this? If you trust in your path and you trust in yourself, and you believe that you have a mission, whatever that is, every single one of us have a mission to help people and to help heal this world. But whatever that is for you, you must see the places in your life that are repeating because of the way that you're thinking and feeling. So in the past, you may have kept your mouth shut because you didn't want to make waves with other people. In the past, you might have thought that someone superior, or someone who's older than you, or someone, I guess not superior, but authoritative, they would know better than you. Okay? You may not think that you're as smart as somebody else, or you may think that you've made 1,000 different mistakes, so how would you know anything? So this year is about you saying all of that is a load of crap, and you are just as important as anybody else, and you have a way of picking on yourself, and this needs to stop. So those are the things that you need to catch yourself doing as we move into 2018. Don't look at other people and think that they're judging you, because that in itself is a judgment. Try your best to say what it is that you want to say, and obviously with a loving intent behind it as well. Focus on your strengths, not always looking at all the things that you perceive to be weaknesses, because we have to come out of all that stuff, that programming that we've had our entire life, the hierarchy system where one person knows more than the other and all this kind of stuff. We're all absolutely equal, and we tap into things in different ways. And if you guys know me so far, you would know that that is probably one of my biggest messages, is that we are all as gifted as each other. No one is better than anybody else. We all have these gifts, and we just got to learn how to open them in our own way. So 2018, you need to look at the trigger points in your life. Who triggers you? Why do they trigger you? Why do we let this happen? Why do we always doubt ourselves, or be quiet, or not say too much? We need to be strong. We want to be strong, but there's only one way to do it, and that is to be it. And then the words will come. So no more going into things all meek and mild. The confidence that you seek comes from pretending that you already are confident, And I know that sounds funny, because you don't feel confident at all. And I did make a video about my own issues with confidence as well, and maybe that will help you too. But, people who we look up to, or who we feel are really strong, powerful people, they just don't care about what anyone else is thinking of them. That is probably the biggest difference in anything that they do. And I feel when I began deeper into my spiritual journey, people were always grabbing at me and wanting me to do what they wanted to do. And where my business was concerned, or where my direction was concerned with my spirituality, I just kept doing my own thing. It meant that I didn't watch anything else or look at anyone else's stuff. Otherwise I might start feeling, you know, that I'm comparing myself, and I just kept on pushing forward. Now it's like, you know, I just say whatever I need to say and it's there. So have a look where you're looking up to someone else and thinking, well, it must be easy for them, or it must be simple for them because they've already got this strength. No, they haven't. They are probably pretending until they worked out a way in which they were able to just get over themselves and bring that confidence out. The only way to do it is to try. And this is something, this comparing, this feeling less than good enough, the worthiness issues, this I can't do this because of this, all of that has to lift if we want the life that we really want to have, which for me is a happy life, an exciting life, a fun life, you know, bringing joy to other people, helping other people to heal themselves, you know, working with as many people as I can, you know, and 95% of my work is free anyway. So I want to be able to be more available to all of you and help you to help yourself and lift you into that new vibration. But this is what we're getting for this year coming up, 2018. We want to feel grounded in ourselves. We want to feel strong in who we are. We want to be able to move forward without worrying about what anybody else thinks. We want to make decisions that are absolutely perfect for us, even if it doesn't, you know, resonate with other people. We need to lift ourselves out into our own businesses, doing the things that we really love doing, and sharing this knowledge with other people too, you know. Shaking away any negative attack that has been happening in 2017, and towards the end of 2017, or now, you guys are, if you go, I'm making this just before the beginning of the new year, so it's like this point in time, from the 18th or so of December on, it was like the darkness was just doing everything it could to stop us. And darkness is an accumulation of your own worries, the worries of other people, the nasty thoughts of other people, the nasty thoughts that you have about yourself as well. It all accumulates into this huge cloud, and it just suddenly erupts on you, you know. And many of us have been going through this, and it's also felt like it's a repeating cycle, you know. It's like you finally clear a lot of this negativity away, and then it's on repeat, so it comes back to you again. So it's vital, 2018, you're watching and protecting your own energy. So I'm going to talk about a few of these things as we're moving through. So the key notes for 2018 is knowledge, healing, justice, planning things. You know, there are going to be obstacles. There are going to be weather disturbances like every year. There are going to be things that are not nice happening to us, okay? But we're going to be able to navigate that little bit better around things. As we shift our vibration to things, or start to notice our energy is low or something, we're going to start quickly bringing it back up. Whereas in the past we'd say, oh, something's wrong, I don't know what it is, I need to go see someone else. Now we can just take charge and start to lift our own energy. Shifting, because we're shifting into a higher vibration with the way that we think and with the energy that's around us, you know. So whenever you're thinking to yourself, I can't, you're going to quickly change that to, where did that come from? That's not my stuff. I can do anything I want. You're going to start shifting it. And if you don't start doing that, then you'll feel like you're behind, because this vibration in 2018 is very, very high. It means our abilities awaken. It means our empathy levels go through the roof. Every time we're having adjustments, our healing, our empathy levels start to go through the roof. So one thing that is going to help all of you empathics out there, which is pretty much everybody, but still there are some that are really, really empathic, and I know that one, is we're going to ask that a shield or a filter be placed on the empathy ability that we have, so that we're not so much feeling anything anymore, but we're being made aware of something. Okay, there's a difference. Some people are debilitated for most of their life because of all the crap from other people that they're absorbing from the world, and just ill. Some people can get ill instantly. This happens to me if I haven't been clearing myself properly, where all of a sudden I'll get someone's stomach ache, I'll get their headache, and I'll go, who is that? And suddenly, I'll get a message from someone, and that'll be them. That's what they're going through. We need to place a filter on it. We're just asking the universe to do this. We're asking the angels to do this, whatever it is that you believe in. A filter so that we're not feeling it physically. We're just being aware of it. So it sort of sits that little bit further out. We become aware of it by vision or by knowing. Whatever it is that is better for you than absorbing this physically, because our physical bodies need to be strong. Okay? So because our empathy levels are going up, remember to activate this around you. This is being placed around you as we speak. The angels and the universal angels are doing this for us. Just say to yourself, if that's what you want, activate this now. Thank you, angels. Something like this. Okay, because we can't be pushed down anymore by energy and the energy of other people. We can't be pushed around like this because we're already pushed around enough as it is with other people in life and situations and things that are going on. So we must take control of this. This is very powerful. The other thing that's going to be very powerful for you guys in 2018 is what you're saying. Okay, the words in which you're choosing to use, the thoughts that you're choosing to have. Okay, and this is what I mean about owning your own energy, not letting all these intrusions come in, not even mentally. Your overthinking creates a confusion, and when you're overthinking about something, there is no way that you're going to be able to get a clear answer on it. Okay, and people say, how do I stop my mind from going around in circles? And the first step to doing that is being aware that you're actually doing it. I know that sounds funny, but it's true. So you become aware that you're starting to overthink. And you say to yourself, I don't want to do this anymore. No, this is taken care of. Or I can only deal with one thing at a time. Thank you for bringing me the knowledge that I need. I am wasting my time thinking about 1,000 things at once, and I'm not doing it anymore. Take control of the power. Take control of the thoughts. Bring the power back into yourself. Take control. These are going to be the biggest things for 2018. If you don't want to be in a situation anymore in your life, don't stay there and sit there and try to make things better, or maybe working harder, or maybe changing positions or something like this. It's time to go. If that's where, if you are not happy somewhere, doesn't matter what situation it is in, there's going to be a real strength that comes through, that you're going to be able to say what you need to say and move on with love. These things are going to change. As I said, the trigger points in your life that you've always had. This person annoys you, your family annoys you, some things that people say annoy you. Other people, how they look, how they dress, how pretty they are or something, that may annoy you. People who cheat on each other may annoy you. These trigger points, you need to deepen the look at them. So, if you're comparing yourself to other people, for example, who you may think are more attractive, you need to look deeper as to why that is for you. Is it because your ex has left you for someone better looking? Is it because you've always been told that you weren't good enough? Is it because you don't feel good enough? Is it because you don't see yourself as amazing and as beautiful as other people do? Because sometimes we look in the mirror and we're not seeing what other people see. We see all our flaws. We see, new wrinkles or something coming up. there's something wrong, I don't look like a cover girl kind of thing, you know, or I don't look as good as someone else, you know, and we just cave in. It just blocks our energy straight away. No more of this either. And we just have to keep on focusing on our path and not on the paths of everybody else. Focusing on healing and working on our triggers and working on the things that annoy us and all those little things that come up, and not anybody else's journey. We don't know anybody's journey. We don't know what they've been through, you know, and how brave they are, you know, how they may have had all their hair pulled out at one time of their life, and so they're lucky to have hair, which is me. You know, in my life, my hair was ripped out constantly a long time ago, you know, when my babies were little, you know, and I used to have all my hair ripped out on the top of my head. You know, I had a massive bald patch and everything like that. So I'm happy to have hair, and I know that it's not as thick as someone else's hair, but I love every bit of it because I've got some, you know. And we need to stop all this nitpicking at people as well, you know, and because that just shows where we're nitpicking at ourselves. That all has to clear away. So we're working with this different energy of self-love, which is why Chamuel, Archangel Chamuel, is also helping us this year, is to focus on the transitions that we want to make. Focus on being good enough to do it. Focusing on being the best that we can be and loving each part of ourselves and who we are. No matter what our flaws or quirks or whatever, it all makes us unique. And the more like happy and joyful we feel, you know, imagine that there's a lot of people doing this as well, the whole experience we have around us changes too. You know, we can't just be annoyed about other people's behavior. We just got to keep on being an example of what we want to be around, and it starts happening for us as well. Also, Archangel Jeremiel is the other angel I was talking about in the beginning. He brings a life review. So this is talking about all of those little things that you keep picking on yourself about. The things that make you angry, the things that upset you, the memories that you have of your childhood or of your abuse, or somewhere where you were abandoned or somewhere where you were rejected. And when you feel it again in your life now on any level, you start getting angry. We want to look with Jeremiel, do a review of the things that have happened and give forgiveness to all of those things. Not because you actually have to do that, but the forgiveness energy is so powerful. It is more powerful than anything other than love. So forgiveness is a part or a particle of unconditional love. And even if we don't understand why things have happened to us, forgive it anyway. Forgive ourselves for ever hating ourselves. Forgive the people for their journey and whatever it is the heck they've done to, you know, to you in your life. Just forgive. Doesn't mean you forget what's happened, but you lift yourself from it. You don't let them have a piece of your energy anymore, you know. By you still thinking about these trigger points, there is still energy in those points connected to other people. So we feel scattered. You know, that's what starts happening. You start feeling like your energy's all over the place. You know, oh geez, I can't get myself grounded. It's because you've been thinking of all these trigger points and all these other people, and part of your energy is going there. Reclaim yourself. You know, you owe it to yourself to feel whole and complete. And it is a work in process, okay, progress. This is something that you're working on, okay, so you don't have to be perfect at it. But making the decision that you want to be whole, that you want to be all of you, something that you probably don't even know what that is yet. You know, you've probably been a mom or a dad or a brother or a sister or you know, whatever it is, all your life without realizing who you are, because that all gets lost in some childhood haze, you know, as we go through school and all of this kind of stuff happens to us. Okay, life happens to us. Our blueprint begins to unfold and we go all funny, we go all scattered, you know. So reclaim parts of who you are. Work with Archangel Jeremiel to bring that life review, looking at these things, analyzing these things, and attributing, you know, an emotion somewhere in there. Maybe someone has said that you're overweight, so you can't lose weight, you know. Look at how the trigger point here. What did you start doing that was different, that made you get bigger and bigger and bigger? What are you doing inside of yourself? Are you stressing out? Are you worried about other people? Are you worried about what other people are going to say? This worry, the stress, you get bigger and some people get smaller, you know. It just affects us. It's an emotion that triggers the body into a panic. Okay? Look at the triggers in your life and look what you think, you know. Make a little blueprint, you know, so you say, this is the feeling that I've got, this is what it does to my body, this is what I think it does to my body. Okay, have a look at that and write it out on a big sheet of paper, and you're like, when you look at it down from it, you're like, why do I let myself do this to myself? You know, when I can take control now. So work with Jeremiel. Also work with, sorry, I've got my notes here, Archangel Metatron. And Metatron really helps children as well to uplift, because we really need these kids on the same path too. Metatron brings upliftment, you know, lift, brings release from the past, brings those geometric patterns into your life and activates things within the DNA as well. The patterning in your DNA can be shifted and changed, and you can ask for this to also take place. Just ask. Remember, it's all about the self-talk. Things that you need or would you like. Yes, I would like this. Program things in, but watch what you're saying, because you're programming in things you don't want to. Okay? Work with Metatron to, with your sensitivities. If you've got allergies for things, have a look at the emotion behind them. If you've got healing problems, you know, you want something to shift, ask yourself, you know, what have I learned from this situation in my life? You know, if you're sitting on your abilities and you're scared of what other people think, this is your year to stop all that stuff, you know, because you want to build a foundation, you want to get experience, you want to have knowledge behind you, so that you can, you know, you can only get that from working with people, not from sitting behind a computer and studying something. Do it. Trust the words that come in. Trust the people that come into your life. You know, remember that you're working on your energy, so you're going to be vibrating at a higher level. So you're not going to bring in anyone that doesn't need to be there. Otherwise, you're just imagining the worst, even when you're trying to do the best. These are just the little things. And you know that I'm on your side with everything. You know, I do mentoring, I do distant healing packages as well. And I can help you in some way if you've got questions about how you get started with all of this too. You know, you've got people there, okay? And Archangel Metatron helps us to shift. 2018, the key word is shifting, okay? Shifting, lifting, vibration getting higher and higher, you becoming all you can be, you starting from somewhere. And, you know, don't worry about the money behind something, just get the idea happening, and then the money starts to come in. Archangel Sandalphon, you know, also working with us with sound therapy. Music's going to be really important. Also, you know, working with the crystal bowls, or going to a sound bath. Also working with, you know, the brass singing bowls as well. Just having that sound therapy and adjusting, you know, your manifestation abilities through sound too. Having music around. If you want to sing, you know. If you want to play your instruments, do it. It doesn't matter if anyone's going to be listening to it or not. It's giving yourself a space. And I know once I start singing or something, it's like 4 hours later when I'm really going for it. You know, and I haven't thought of anything other than the words to the songs and, you know, the happiness and all that kind of stuff. Whereas I wouldn't have done that before. In the past, I would have just sang in the shower or sang in the car when no one could hear me. And now I just let it all out, and who cares? And apparently people actually like it, so that's pretty cool. And I will post a couple of little videos up here as the year goes through. Yeah, so we've got Archangel Sandalphon and Metatron are kind of like brothers anyway. They're very, very connected. We need that music for manifesting things in our life, just having the sound there, watching how we feel with different things. We are planning, we're removing obstacles in our life, and we need to be patient as well. Now, as I said, I am going to break down each month like I do, and you know, you'll be able to listen to the guidance each month. I'm going to try to make videos a little bit shorter, and I'm trying also another platform where, you know, if you want things to be more explained to you, or mini courses or things like that, I'm going to do my best to get this platform up and running so that you can then go and listen to more in depth. Also remember that I'm always here, as I said, to talk to. There have been many things that have occurred in my life which I feel have been there to develop, you know, direction for myself, and give me answers to questions that people ask all the time. And I feel like I can tune in to that and help you in any way at all. So please know that you've always got help and assistance. I know some people feel very alone, especially at certain times of the year. But 2018, I don't feel that it is going to be terribly difficult, because our energy is going to be able to adjust so much quicker. I'm so excited for this year, and I know there are still going to be things that happen in our life that are really bad, and weather things, and you know, storms and fires and all the things that tend to happen. But at the same time, we are going to view things out of new eyes, and our sensitivity levels are changing, but we're going to be able to be more in control of those changes. And you have been gifted today with an amazing upliftment within your being. Meditate on this and say to yourself, I'm really grateful for this special attuning process that's happened to me, and for the angels and the universe working with me to make my life just so much easier than it has been in the past. Affirm the things that you want in a way of it already taking place. Thank you for an easy life. There's a good one. You know, helping me to navigate through life, you know, helping me to help other people in the best way that I can, so that there's real change and this person feels amazing about themselves, and that they go on then to help other people as well. You're forgiving yourself from all of the things that you've felt, that you feel that you've done, that you feel guilty about, that you feel hurt about, all the past. You are just saying, that is behind me, and it doesn't define who I am, you know. I define who I am, and I am amazing. These things, saying these things, remembering that no one is better than anybody else. Wait till someone asks before you explain what you do, you know. I can't just go up to people and say, oh, I can help you heal this, because that would be totally wrong, because this may be very offensive to some people. But if someone comes up to me and say, what do you do, and you know, how do you do things, then there's my key, you know. Look for the opportunities that are coming forward this year. You know, look at all those windows that are open and stay away from the doors that are shut. Look how you feel around certain people. Start to lift your energy away from it if they're not right for you. If you're feeling really bogged down with work, it's time to look for other jobs. Don't just sit there waiting for another job to come, or someone to give you something. You know, once we start looking, the energy changes. Once we start looking for a new house, the energy changes, you know. It's just up to you to really take control this year. and understand that, you know, you don't have to be perfect. You've just got to be yourself. You've got to accept yourself for who you are. You've got to love yourself, however it is, on every level, you know. No more comparing yourself to other people, their weight, their size, their height, whatever. Who cares? Most people are whinging anyway about what they look like or whining about it. Don't be one of them, you know, and own yourself. This will give you the confidence that you want. This will make you see changes happening within you and around you. Your whole attitude towards yourself defines you. You know, it starts to define you. It starts to heal you. It starts to make sense. The knowledge from the universe just starts to float in a lot easier because you haven't got all these other things in the way. Remember that our heart is the umbilical cord to the divine. This is what connects you to the source of everything, the creator. This is what connects you to the angels. This is what connects you to your guides. The heart space, not your head space, your heart space. We expand this, we make it easier for you to connect, you know. This is what the angels are saying to you. Imagine what it is that you want, and don't think that it's just too far out there to actually happen. Just say what it is. I'd like my heart to expand. Brilliant, done. When you go, did it really happen? You've just really blocked the process. You know, yep, that's done. This is taken care of. That's taken care of. I'm taking care of myself. I feel amazing. I'm fit. I'm healthy. You know, I'm going to walk. I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to clear my mind. And I'm working on these things. And this is the way that you talk to yourself. Instead of, oh, I don't feel like doing this. Oh, I don't feel like doing that. And that won't work. And this will... Well, you can do that if you want to do that. But you'll probably just keep shuffling around, you know. It's time to really just trust in things. You know, you guys have come so far. You know, you've been through so much. You've had so many changes. You've had so many hurts. You've had so many shifts in locations. You've just been all over the place. You've tried to help people. Sometimes it's gone wrong. You feel bad on yourself. You're hating on yourself. Some people don't have connections with family. Some people don't have any friends. But this is your time to just let it all go. You know, really let it all go. And when something comes up and picks at you and pecks at you in a negative manner, like, oh, you know, but you still got this worry over here, or this is still happening to you, say, no, I'm not having that coming anywhere near me anymore. I'm a new person. You know, be the person that you aspire to be. Be it yourself, you know, and lead other people. And, you know, don't use your past as a way of holding you back or making you feel useless. Use it as a driving force to, you know, be even greater. There's things that you guys can do that you don't even imagine yet. Take it from someone who stuttered, you know, as a kid and growing up, and who had terrible agoraphobia, who had terrible social phobia, who had low confidence, who messed up many different, you know, parts of her life because of trying to please everybody else, and, you know, just so many different things, you know. And if I always think to myself, if I can do this, someone as lowly, you know, as I have been in my life, then anyone can do it, and anyone can just rise above, and we can have a world where we want to live in. We can make the change to this world that we want to see through connecting together, not comparing ourselves, which is what, you know, the powers that be want us to do. They want us all comparing and all against each other. Once we come together and we realize the strength in numbers that we have, there's going to be a whole lot of changes that happen, and there won't be a need one day for governments and things like that, because the people will just take over, because we won't want it anymore. We won't want this control system anymore. So anyway, I hope that this video for the year 2018 has helped in some way. As I said, I'm going to write this up in my website. Probably by the time you're reading this, it'll already be, watching this, it'll be up there. I hope that you all just strive and move forward one step at a time, one day at a time, doing things for yourself and lifting yourself into this next phase of life. And I will be back with you each month. I will be doing the Tarot Mini Forecast. I'll be going live. It'll all be happening bit by bit in 2018. And please know that there's plenty of information as well at my website, and that's all free. All the articles have been written there. I've got books, I've got candles, I've got crystal store, or you can have an in-depth reading with me sometime, either on the phone or a MP3 recording. It's up to you. So until the next time, wishing lots of love to you all. And this is it. We're going to do this in 2018. Hope to meet some of you along the year. And until the next time, lots of love and goodbye for now. Bye everyone.